Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Dallas Cowboys. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. They start the drive with Vaughn. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Well, this defense for the Giants, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
On play action, Prescott rolling to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. You talk about this Giant defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass, toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit at covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
An audible here to get a new look. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on fourth down. And the Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on fourth down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Well, these two teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier this year, with the Giants winning that one. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Dallas. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Now Jones. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Here is 3rd down and 4. Throwing Jones. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Giants 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains, because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left. contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
There you go. 35's the mic. Don Capers.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 5.
You don't want none. 5-14. Why shift the crew?
Now it's Mixon running right. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. You look at this Cowboy defense. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you can tell by this team, all right? Anytime you can tell your offense, hey, just get us a couple touchdowns. We got this thing locked down. That's when you know you're playing well and you're carrying your team along.
Here we go. 30. Great.
In motion, Slayton.
Let's go.
Looking to throw. Jones. Got a man, Slayton. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
We're scoreless after 1. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
This is a 2nd and 4. Ball at the 9.
Watch the screen. Detroit. Kill. Detroit Johnson.
Back to throw. Jones. This goes out wide for Mixon. Touchdown! Joe Mixon with career touchdown number 60. And the Giants post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
58, boys, 58, 58. Go, get out there, Hey. Hey, 58 is the mic. Going 58's the mic. Ricky.
Second down, Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. Only able to gain a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Man up, D. 24 is the mic. Get this work. Here we go, 46. 24 is the mic. Here we go. 24 is the mic.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Jones. Off play action. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Gold grouper. 35's the mic. Timberland. Trap 60. Mike 35.
Looking to throw. Jones. The short throw pulled in by Bellinger. So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That's good for 28 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. Mixon will take this one in. Touchdown, New York. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced to punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted.
It's Deonte Banks with it. And the Giants are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really.
It got his man complete. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 21-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
3 down. 24 is the mic.
Prescott from the gun. Forced out to his left.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Robinson.
And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Troy Pride.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
So what a play there in the final minute of this first half. They get the interception. More importantly, their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, and that one play certainly changes the outlook, doesn't it? I mean, they're looking at going into the locker room, no points on the board, not playing well defensively, deflated, and now things may have changed for them.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Back to Mixon on first down. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. The final shot before break. Jones. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
To throw again on second down. Jones, a short throw pulled in by Bellinger. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Jones wants to change it up. Jones now throwing on first down. Throw left side taken in by Slayton. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll set up the screen here to mix it. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Ball on the 39. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Back to throw again. That's complete to Slayton. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
44, Detroit. Hey, let's go.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones to Mixon on the check down. He'll get it inside the 20.
Oh, that's the way
and
to run it, boy.
all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Joe Mixon with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Giants have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Gano the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Here we go. Go to 54. Why? Out. Hey, kill. 26.
Prescott to throw it. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 26. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
Prescott on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Arlington. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. 58.
Now Prescott.
58, right there. Come on, D.
This one swung out to Vaughn. Yeah, that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And his kick is indeed good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Jones on 1st and 10. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Completed to Hyatt.
Call it a gain of 12, but, of course, not a first down due to the previous penalty.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Finding Mixon here again on back-to-back plays.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
Mike, hey, New York Jungle, defense, let's go. 35, let's go.
Now Jones on 1st down. And that's off the mark, incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Quarterback team, last shift to crew, shift.
Looking to throw. Jones. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Darius Slayton, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Giants are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point try good by Gano. And they open the lead up now to 25. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
On 1st and 10, Prescott.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Go time, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
This fielded right at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Second down and 3. Staying on the ground with Vaughn. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice. Obviously, you're training.
So for the Giants,